Welcome to my channel Daily Bulletin News. As Kristen denies going after Brady and Ava, an unwelcome visitor shows up at EJ's door. On today's Days of Our Lives, Ava gets a text from an unknown number asking how her date went. She asks who it is and gets, "Wouldn't you like to know?" in response. Too bad about the nutcracker. Ava just mutters, "Kristen." Eric's looking through his tablet when Belle gets home and asks what happened to his date with Ava. He fills her in on the date troubles and Belle notes that something was conspiring against their date tonight. Or someone, Brady notes. He's sure it's Kristen, but there's no proof. The doorbell rings and Ava rushes in. Kristen is after us. She shows them the mysterious texts. Brady is convinced it's Kristen and heads out to confront her. Ava wants to go with him, but Brady won't let her and heads out, leaving her and Belle together. Belle casually asks if Ava had fun and she says she did, and she'd do it again, even if it puts her in Kristen's crosshairs. She's not afraid of Kristen and she and Brady are over. "I don't think Kristen got that memo," Belle says. Ava, though, wonders if Belle's problem is with Kristen, or herself. Belle says she doesn't blame Ava for what she did to their family. She wasn't in her right mind. She is worried about how unbalanced Kristen is. She blew Chloe and Brady up. She's delusional and seriously dangerous. Does Ava know what she's getting into? Ava assures her she can handle herself with Kristen. Kristen's on her phone when EJ happily shouts to clear the way to the bar cart, earning a jump and scream from his sister. He notes how guilty she seems and asks what trouble she's stirring up. She says she just jumped because he ruined her quiet evening and refuses to tell him why she hit her own. EJ shrugs that he's got his own problems, so whatever. Someone just messed up his case against Mark Green. Belle. He tells Kristen what happened. He almost made Mark pay for hurting Chad, but now he'll be lucky to serve the full 18 months. He won't let Belle get away with it, and Kristen is going to help him. She's got a cushy Hong Kong job consulting for Demera. All Kristen has to do is fire her. He points out that Belle's back in Philip and Titan's orbit. She could be feeding him Demera secrets, so it would benefit her, but Kristen isn't convinced. Brady barges in accusing Kristen of sending the texts, but she plays dumb, delighted to hear all the problems they had with their date. "Have you ever considered maybe it was fate?" EJ just sips his drink, happily listening to their fight. Brady says he knows this is her doing, and whatever she's doing will just push him farther away. It's time to stop this garbage. EJ steps in and asks Brady to pass along another proclamation to his sister to stay out of his cases. Brady storms back out and EJ tells Kristen that she should write something with a little more backbone next time. Jada takes a wrapped present to the kitchen island with a bunch of other gifts, which amazes Gabby, who says she's not even done shopping. Gabby's about to tell Jada about her date when Jada gets a call from Sean that Hattie slipped through his fingers. They wonder if she got wind that someone was closing in, or, Jada says, Rafe got to her first. Jada's a bit annoyed if he did, but Gabby points out that if he did find her, does it matter who or how? It could screw up her case, Jada points out. She then changes the topic to where Gabby is going, who says drinks with JJ, but refuses to call it a date. And it was Javi's fault. Regardless of who or how, JJ initiated it and it sounds like a date, Jada points out. Gabby makes more excuses, then is saved by the bell. Or rather, a knock. JJ's there to pick her up, for our date. Gabby introduces the two and leaves to get her stuff. Alone, Jada says she heard a lot about him and asks if he'd like to stick around. The Salem PD would be happy to have him back. Before JJ can say much, Gabby returns and they leave for their date. Rafe then calls to tell Jada she's got Hattie Adams, which she already guessed. In his room, Leo admires the stolen necklace around his neck, but hastily shoves it in his pocket when Rafe shows up at his door with Hattie in tow. Leo tells Hattie they need to have a chat about body and soul, which she's happy to do. Let's discuss how she's coming back to life on the show. Leo realizes she thinks she's getting a new contract and coming back and just looks at her, baffled. Rafe told her Leo wanted her back, and she's got a list of demands. Leo happily slaps her dreams down, saying she's not wanted back and won't be back. Lady Whistleblower. Hattie's just confused. She's got no idea what he's talking about. She didn't hack his computer, isn't Lady Whistleblower, and she's not dumb enough to get revenge on his show. She just put a curse on it. She's about to leave when Rafe stops her and places her under citizen's arrest for trying to poison everyone at Body and Soul. "Wait, you think I did that?" She swears she didn't do it, so Rafe just tells her to tell it to the police. Stay tuned and subscribe the channel.